guys, I'm Jeff the Homestead Dad, and welcome back to the Homestead. So if you guys watched our orchard planting video, we did the video, we planted the orchard, I have 23 trees planted. I want to show you, so the ones that we got from Sam's Club, see these leaves up high are really nice. See these leaves down low? They've been nibbled on here. And they've been nibbled on by the deer, so we got to keep them out of here. My son Jacob, a couple days ago, put in some more T-posts. They're not exactly what I was hoping he would have put in, because I was hoping for tall ones. Like this one is probably only 4 feet tall, and deer can jump a 6-foot fence no problem, let alone a 4-foot. So I may have to pull some of these posts and replace them. Some of the other trees are starting to show signs of life. I'm hoping they all do shortly. This peach tree starting to sprout some leaves here. Same with those peaches. I think these apples are starting to look like some leaves are going to come out here. So I want to get these protected before any more leaves come out. The dog's over there because a deer just stood up right there and took off that way. So let's go see if we can find some taller posts, and we're going to start running some electric line. Hey guys, that took a little bit longer than I had hoped. I had to run over to the old house because we still have some stuff over there. Got some posts, had to go pick up Joshua from school, and then came back, had to do some stuff for our co-op. Now I'm working on this. This post here, I think is probably like an 8-foot post total. These posts that I thought were super short that Jacob put in, I think are actually 6-foot posts. See, because they're a little bit shorter than me, and I'm about 6'3". So he set them, if you look at posts, you can see this little tab down here is to kind of help it from pulling forward or back. I'm not so worried about these posts pulling forward or back because I'm not trying to keep an animal like a cow or goats or sheep in and from climbing on the fence. I'm going to be running electric line on this, so I just need it to stay upright, and then I can put the tags like the Jonah. Why don't you put them in the sled for now? I've been using the sled to carry things around. So I just need to put those offsets that Jonah just got on these. If this is 6 inches in the ground, it's plenty, and then at least it'll give me, you know, 5.5, between 5 and 5.5 feet, depending on how far I put these in the ground. So I'm gonna go kind of reset some of these that Jacob correctly put in the ground to the right depth, but is too deep for what I need for it, if that makes sense. Okay, I have all of the posts kind of reset. I brought over these fiberglass posts. You missed one, bud. I brought over all of these fiberglass posts here on the ground because I think, like I said, deer can jump over a 5 or 6 foot fence pretty easily. I'm thinking if I strap one of these fiberglass posts onto the metal post, that gets me up like 8 feet, and all I'd have to do is put one strand around there and they wouldn't try to jump it, I don't think. But to start, I'm going to throw 2 of these electric fence line post offsets on each T-post, and then I've got to go find my white poly electric line, and we'll put this on here and see if we can get it set up. Like I said, I've got this, I bought this from Tractor Supply. It's a 10-mile solar fence charger. What you really want to look at when you're looking at these, especially if you're doing it for animals, is right here in the corner closest to my beard is the joule rating. You want high joule rating if you're trying to keep like pigs or something in, because that's the amount of that actually gets into the animal, through the animal, into the ground, and creates the shock. So this will be fine for trying to keep deer away. Okay guys, so I've got all of the offsets for the electric line put on here. I've got 5 on this post and this post because I'm going to make the doorway here. I'm going to put just 2 lines across this one that I can easily remove. So I'm going to start on this post here, go all the way around, back and around. It'll give me my 3 strands to start anyway before I put the fiberglass on. I'm not going to get the fiberglass done tonight, but at least I'll get this up and it'll maybe give the deer something to think about before they eat my trees. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll just put 2 individual strands here that I can tie to one side, kind of jumper to the electric line, and then when I need to cut grass in here, I can just take them off. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll set you guys up so you can watch. Well, it is almost 7:30 and I'm not quite done, but I'm closer. As you guys can see, I've got the lines run. I have the fencer hooked on a T-post. So this fencer comes with a little bracket in back, so you just slide it right over top of a T-post like that. Pretty slick. That is south, it's facing south, so hopefully it gets enough charge. I've still got to run the wires. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for a ground post. I may just use a T-post, bang it into the ground and wire it up to that. Otherwise I can see if I've got some, you're supposed to use an actual ground post, but I've used rebar in the past, T-posts, and then I've got to connect the electric to this so that it actually puts out some shock and keeps the animals away. Apparently I've got a 3-year-old inside who's being loud when my wife is trying to be in a meeting, and another son who wants to go to youth group. So I'm gonna head inside. I will catch you guys when I come back to finish this. Came back out quick with a little bit of this aluminum wire. I think it's aluminum. And I jumpered it to there. I actually found a grounding rod here, so I put that in the ground. It's probably maybe 1.5 feet in the ground, but it's working. I'll show you it's working because that's how much I love you guys. So I don't know if you guys can see, there's little metal threads right there that go through this white wire. I love you guys. Here it comes. Okay, just make sure you can see because I'm only doing this one more time. So if I put my hand right there, I don't know if you could hear it, but I can feel it. So it's not enough that it really hurts, otherwise I wouldn't have done it again. And I did it on here too. So if the deer touch it, they'll get zapped. I will probably come along here tomorrow with the electric trimmer and just trim underneath all the wires, tighten up anything that needs to get tightened up. And then what I did was I just tied these 2 wires here and here and put a loop on that side, which is probably why this bottom one is sagging a little bit, because I put like a slip line on it, and the line, because it has the steel wire going through it, doesn't cinch down real well. So I may figure something else out about that. But for now, it works. We'll see. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, I stopped by Tractor Supply. They had some more peach trees. I asked the kids what we should plant in those 2 holes over there that are empty. I'm gonna walk over there and show you guys. Peaches or apples, because Tractor Supply has their big potted ones that are more expensive. So they sell bare root trees as well, but they're like $15 and they're so stinking small. They're literally like a quarter the caliper of this tree. They're so small. And we paid about the same, like 16 to 18 for that. So I'm trying not to get stabbed by these suckers. So here's the hole. If you remember, that was full of water. How many days ago? I don't know. However many days ago it was when we planted these. They were full of water, and now they're not. So that's good because it means that the trees are not going to be drowning. You can see it's still kind of dark in color, so it's still got moisture to it. I'm actually going to go grab some 5-gallon buckets and finish the evening by doing some weightlifting and moving of 40-gallon or 40-pound 5-gallon buckets filled with water. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, so this is the first step of fencing it. If the deer and stuff don't stay out of it, we will add more electric lines. We will add higher electric lines. We will do whatever we can to protect our fruit, or our future fruit. I want to show you guys so you can see this starting to bud out here. I'll bring it in closer and not get electrocuted. So they're definitely starting to, I was a little bit worried, I have to say, because like I said, I had the trees out of the ground for quite a while, but you can see here they're starting to bud out, so that's good news. So might need to add more to the fence. I definitely need to come through here and stake the trees. What you do with a lot of these trees, it all depends on the rootstock, but I'm gonna just do it with all of them. I'm gonna take T-posts, I'm gonna drive them into the ground next to it, and then you just kind of take a twine or like a strip of t-shirt, and you make a loop around the tree and around the T-post so that there's room for it to move when it needs to, but it keeps it upright and doesn't put too much undue stress on it. So those are the things that we've got yet to do. I have some other things that I need to get to tomorrow, because the next video that I have for you guys is gonna be super cool. All of this brushy stuff here and all of this brushy stuff here and back behind the house is going to be gone. And I'm really looking forward to that. We're having a company come in and they're bringing in a forestry mulching head, and we're gonna get down to blank slate. Ooh, mosquitoes trying to kill me. Blank slate, and maybe be able to till some garden in right here. It's gonna be great. Oh, mosquitoes are coming out. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Otherwise, God bless you, and we'll see you guys in the very next video.